What's going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer here, head of Community 4, Out of the Park Developments, makers of Out of the Park Baseball 22, franchise hockey manager 7, and if you're in Canada and Australia, OOTP Go. I don't have my iPad in here, it's in the other room. Alex, what's going on? You're in this room, digitally.
Yeah, another day, another intro, guys. We're here to do more D-back stuff. And yeah, the title is called Alex Has Ideas. So, chat, get ready to do your ones and zeros and all your comments. We'll be looking for you guys to give us feedback.
I need to open up this Discord window. I need to get a monitor that's in portrait mode to read this whole message in one screen.
That's what I have now, Fish. I took my my normal, horizontal 1080p monitor and I put it on its head. So I have a portrait monitor and then my ultra wide screen in front of me, which is so much better, especially for work.
I want to do that one day. I just have not. I need a graphics card. A graphics card would be nice.
Oh yeah, those things.
I've
heard that they existed like a year ago.
Not my 7-year-old graphics card that I have in here now, and I would like a nice fancy monitor, and then we can use the other 2 monitors for something else. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm still running my 970. That thing's probably 7 to 9 years old. I don't know how old that is anymore now.
We should find out if your 970 is better than my RX 380. Is that what it is?
Oh, you've got a
R9.
Okay,
R9 380. I think it is.
That's not bad. That's not bad actually. That's probably on par.
I do have the upgraded like 4 gigs of RAM in it.
Ooh.
So I think I can actually get like $400 from it on eBay because people are absolutely ridiculous right now.
Oh yeah, you could sell that for at least $200 to $300 at this point.
But then I'd still have no graphics card.
No, my 970 still beats yours.
Yes, Big Red. I bought a new computer. I had got everything new except for the graphics card.
Except for the one piece that nobody can get right now.
Yeah. I almost kind of wish I didn't build it and then just bought like a pre-built that had one in it, but...
Oh, but then you get like really bad motherboards and bad memory, and you have no control over like the ports you get, and and your power supply is really Chinesey, and yeah. I like my setup. I like my Leon Lee. I forget what case this is. Cheapo case. Oh, 570 is good. Yeah, keep the 570 for a long time.
All right. I guess we should play this game. Out of the Park Baseball.
Yeah, I guess we should play this game called OOTP, I guess. Why not?
Let's hit this right button. All right. Alex sent me a huge list of stuff to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So let's start. Let's go. Let's just dive in. Where do you want to start?
Yeah. So let's start by kind of overviewing what we wanted to do this off season, because what I might want to do might be a little bit different than what you want to do, TJ. It just depends on kind of what we believe should be our goal for this off season. Are we trying to, there's many different ways we could take the team in terms of it being, do we want to take the team in a direction of getting younger? Do you want to take the team in directions of shedding payroll? Do you want to take the team in directions of let's go ahead and start selling off a little bit of the farm today, get some players that can make us better so we don't lose 90 games again? So let me hear what you want to do, TJ, since this is technically your squad first and foremost.
I remember back when it was my squad. I would like to get to 500. That's what I would. 500 would be a goal here.
Okay, so the question then is, do you see this team with not as many injuries as we had this season? If we had the same team we have right now with maybe some of our younger prospects coming up, do you see us doing 500?
I think we're close. I think the big stumbling block right now is Bumgarner's contract.
Yeah.
But I think, if we add if we could get 1 or 2 solid bullpen arms that we can really count on, I think we'd be a lot closer. Offensively,
I could agree on that. I think our bullpen was definitely one of our weakest points of our team this offseason. I feel like our offense could have done a little bit better, but we got some really good production out of people that I didn't expect, like Smith, Kelly, and Talkman. So we probably overachieved offensively, which is not a good sign, because I don't know if we'll be able to repeat that. We could see really bad seasons from Talkman, Kelly, and Smith, depending upon how well their their next season goes. But you know,
I think we also have some room to improve. I mean, we can improve over Dalton Varsho in center.
Yes,
I think did Nico. Yeah, we could improve over Nico at second. So even if somebody,
I would agree on that. Although I think Nico actually performed better between him and Fletcher. Nico actually had a better year, in terms of what he was able to do with his bat and on the field. So I'm actually okay with Nico. I am not okay with Fletcher at the moment, though.
I don't know, a 240 and a 304 on base for Nico.
Yeah, but that's also his technically it's his first full season.
Is it? Yeah, I guess it is. And he's still got room to grow too. So,
and he's got a lot of room to grow, and that's what I like to see out of people like Nico. Is that he still has a lot of potential, and you know, a downer year like what he had isn't exactly the end of the world yet. People like Fletcher who are already almost fully developed. You can't have the kind of season that Fletcher gave us and then be like, oh yeah, he's still going to reach all these potentials. That at his age is that's a yellow flag at the least, red flag at the worst.
He did hit 283, but the 329 on base doesn't really help that much.
Yeah, and the strikeouts were a little higher than I'd like to see them for an 80 over 80 player, in all honesty. You know, you strike out 72 times, and I mean, I don't even remember. He's only been in the league for 4 years, and that is he's been in the league for 3.5 years. He's done really well in the past 2 seasons.
And we have him playing not his specifics. We have
him out of position, and I guess the strikeout percentage is actually on par. He was only 0.5 over what he had last year, so he did exactly what he was supposed to. We probably just burned him a little bit, having him play short instead of having him play second, where he's been acquainted with for many, many years now. Oh yeah, he had a rougher year at short, so that's probably our issue right there. Is his fielding probably held him back a little bit.
I mean, that's a you problem because you did want to play short. Obviously, he's second baseman, but that's just
yeah. We should have kept Nick Ahmed. He would have been a better shortstop. But then we wouldn't have gotten potentially Ohtani. So
yeah, that was the Ohtani.
We'll see about that.
And Marsh.
He was that was the Angels deal. Yeah, Marsh and Ohtani came over in that package. But we didn't give away. Technically, we didn't give Ahmed over to the Angels. Who else did we get in that deal? That was Fletcher, Ohtani, Marsh, and that wasn't Isbell. That was somebody else. Who else did we get in that
deal? Best name in baseball history.
Oh, that's right. Naughton, right?
Packy Naughton.
Packy Naughton, who actually is one of our elite pitching prospects right now. So
he had a rough year in AAA, but in AA he was pretty really great.
Oh, we definitely pushed him a little bit, which is not good. But
did we have a lot of injuries? I feel like we had a lot of innings, but also we had like a lot of injuries, which was weird on the pitching side.
Yes, we had a weird year in terms of a lot of people we were hoping to see perform just for a full season kind of didn't have a full season.
Yeah.
So we've kind of semi-sampled everybody, which is not good because that leads us into this off season where we don't really know if we're contenders, like even like 500 contenders, but we feel like we are because we had really good bright spots for our regular season. I mean, you're talking about a team that by the All-Star break was, I believe, over 500.
I think we were still
over by a couple of games. And then we had August where we were 8-21, and September where we were 9-16, and we just fell apart.
Yeah.
So we were good all the way up until basically the trade deadline, and then we just tanked after that.
Didn't we hit some like injuries in that area too, right towards like the second half?
Yeah. Gallen was injured off and on in the regular season. I remember that we had injuries to Martin. Martin was down for a little bit.
Yeah.
Tachman was down for a little bit. I remember.
I think when Tachman went down, that's when we kind of like started our big drop.
Yeah, that was kind of when the offense just couldn't support the flailing pitching staff we had at that time.
Yeah, he got hurt right in the beginning of August, and that really.
That
really can't
stung.
thank
That
this.
was a bad timing situation.
Yeah.
Wasn't Fletcher hurt as well for a little bit of the season?
I want to say,
Or did he play the
yes.
full season? I thought he
Sore
was.
rib cage, strained muscle. No, he was good.
It was good for the reason? Okay.
Out for a little bit in the very beginning with a
That's
oblique
right. He was the
strain.
beginning of the season. That's right. That's right.
I don't know.
So it's been
I feel like
tough.
we're good at catcher. We're good at first. We're theoretically good in left and right. But I feel like center field is definitely a place we need to upgrade.
Yes.
And probably, I mean, if we're gonna keep Nico at second, maybe we need to move on from Fletcher if he's not gonna be playing second base.
That is one of the ideas, is that you upgrade from Fletcher to somebody else.
Yeah.
We'll see if that's actually a reality.
Yeah. And I think
'Cause that's a
pitching
tough-
is more
that's a tough-
bullpen than anything else right now.
Yeah, I'd like to see us get a couple more solid starters to back up Gallen and Ohtani.
I think we got Corbin Martins ready to come into the
Martin should
come into
be
the rotation
a candidate for spring training. Yes, he should be probably starter number 5. On the outside, not on the inside, looking out in terms of he's got the job. It's his to lose.
I think I mean, he might be number. I think he's going to be like 4.
He's 4 or 5. I mean, you've got Galen. You've got.
Depends what
Bumgarner has to start. If we don't get rid of him, he has to start. And Ohtani, of course. Martin is theoretically number 4. I think.
For him, yeah.
And then you've
Nick
got
Nelson,
a mixture of 5s.
Nick Nelson could be a 5.
Nelson is a 5 potentially. Yep.
Josh Green, I feel like he doesn't have the stuff.
Green just doesn't have the stuff, I don't think. We'll see what he does. What happens when he gets his updated scouting report, because we're gonna get one at the end of the year, I believe. And then of course King is another option. Yeah, you're looking at right now. Extreme, or just not extreme, but a ground ball pitcher with good control. So that's somebody we could use as well. Now, I mean, that's before we do or talk about some of the options we have for today. So
yeah, let's do it.
So now that we've kind of gotten an idea of what we're looking at for our organization, we're going to give you guys in chat a chance to see some of the options that we've discovered to be able to
first
do
they got to
in
get
terms
past
of
me.
trades.
They got to get past me
Yes,
first. Then
that's true.
We'll
first, it has to pass the sniff test of TJ, and then it goes to chat to see if they can stomach the trade as well.
There's no stomaching.
Woo!
Didn't even tell me what these trades are. Oh, no, Royals. I see. No.
Yeah, so we have 3 potential trades today, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that is the question, Slybard. Are the ideas good? That is the question. That is for chat to review and see if they are, because that's why we left the title of the video kind of open-ended like that. Yeah, so as TJ sets up this first trade, we'll look over the players that we're gonna offer, and then look at the players the Royals, in this case, are going to give us. So,
yes.
Part of this trade is unfortunately going to be a little hard to stomach. One player in particular is going to be hard to stomach.
I'm not saying I already don't like it from the jump, but I'm just saying.
The people involved coming back are worth it, but we are getting rid of a fan favorite in this deal, and there is
just say it.
Really...
Just say it.
Okay.
Just say it. I already
it
had it.
involves Seth Beer. It does involve Seth Beer. Partially the reason why I'm okay with getting rid of Seth Beer is because we kind of expect Ohtani to either go into right field or DH for us.
Mm-hmm.
He probably is actually a much better DH for us than being a right fielder, because his right field air and range is really bad. It's below average. It's not bad. It's just below average. And he would be a much better DH for us than a right fielder. And that would also correspond better to his ability to pitch if we wanted him to keep doing that, which we do. So Seth Beer really doesn't have a place in the team if Ohtani retains the DH position. So this trade idea is around the idea that Beer is not going to have a slot in our starting positions in the field because first base is Pavin Smith's right now and DH is Ohtani's. And the people we're getting in this deal, as TJ just hovered over both of them, is going to be Aaron Fletcher and Brad Keller. And this gives us a very good middle relief / setup relief pitcher in Fletcher.
More importantly, a lefty out of the bullpen.
And a lefty.
Because we don't have one of those.
We kind of need a lefty at this point. In fact, I think that the AI automatically makes him a lefty specialist, which is kind of weird. But either way, it also gives us Brad Kelly, Keller, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keller. Yeah, I'm thinking of somebody else. Brad Keller is a very good extreme ground ball movement focused pitcher, which is fantastic for Arizona, especially really good against all of the home run hitters that are in the West right now. It would pair up very nicely with not only our stadium, but a couple other stadiums across the National League West. And it would just give us another starter that I would have no problem throwing out there every single 5 days. He's already established. He's already well developed by the Royals. Very good pitcher. He's had some good seasons, some bad seasons. So he doesn't come with like a glowing track record in terms of him being flawless, but he would be an excellent, excellent pitcher for us to acquire. And again, all of these trades are not necessary for us to make. That's the one thing that I will premise all of these trades with, is that we don't have to make these deals. I feel fairly comfortable with the way the team is right now. These are trades to propel us quicker towards a rebuild. These are mostly going to be trades revolving around us acquiring 25 to 27-year-olds who are mostly developed already and are probably just looking for one last thing to finish their development stages and, joining a team that is up and coming, which with the developments we've had so far this season, I actually feel like we're pretty close to that.
As much as it pains me to say, as a huge fan of Seth Beer, who absolutely destroyed AA and AAA last year.
Yeah.
I kind of like the deal.
I kind of like the deal too. Like there was about an hour where I was looking at this deal going, can I take Beer out and just put somebody else in? And there was just, they wouldn't take anybody else that I could get away with. I think King might have been on the list at one point. I think I was able to finagle to have King on there, but it's just Beer's the easiest person on that list to just be like, yeah, he can be involved in this because I don't think we actually need his services.
And he's got to be a DH because he can't.
He has to be a DH.
And
he's
Pavin
really
Smith's
not an outfielder.
Pavin Smith's like a good first baseman too, right? Offensively?
Pavin Smith is, I wouldn't say he's an elite first baseman, but he will get, I think he got Gold Glove this year, didn't he?
I think he actually did. And Marsh is going to be in right, or Ohtani's going to be in right. Actually,
Marsh might be going into center. We'll see.
True. Don't we have somebody?
We have Isbell in AAA who'll be trying out for center field as well. Luis Gonzalez in AAA is probably going to be trying out for right field. And then we, of course, have Edward Olivares trying out for right and left or every outfield position. I don't remember what he plays, in all honesty. And then, of course, you've got, Alec Thomas, left field / right field. No, he's left field, center field in like AA. So we have plenty of outfielders already set up to go. And it's really tough to really see a place for Beer to settle in with the team and just stay long term. I'd love to,
if he could defensively play one of those positions. Yes, but I feel like he can't. I think much as I hate to see it, because we have Ohtani. If we didn't have Ohtani, I think it would be a different story.
Yeah, if we didn't have Ohtani, I'd be giving Seth Beer a full crack at right field. Or a DH at least. He'd be at least DH because his power has been
he could hit.
The dude can hit.
The
problem is I just don't see a chance that I can.
I don't see how we get him.
I just don't see a chance I can throw him out there.
Yeah.
Not unless you can't re-sign Ohtani, which that's a question we're going to have to actually look into down the road, TJ. Ohtani has 1 year left of arbitration, and then he's done. And I don't know what he's going to ask for. So that's going to be a fun question.
We can get him right now for $11 million right now. Right now.
Just for the last, for a couple of external years. Ooh, that's actually a really good deal. Ooh. I would actually be very tempted to pull that just for the extension, just because that gets rid of his $8.8 million arbitration for next year on a really good note, and then 11 mil if Ohtani continues to play well. That actually would be a really good deal for us. Oh man. So again, chat, we're going to have 3 different trades that we're going to review. So we could always nix one of the other deals and move players around if we don't like it. So before we go too ham into whether or not this deal's going to work, TJ, let's take a look at the other 2 deals and see what they're all about as well.
All right. It'll also eat 25% of Aaron Fletcher's contract.
Ooh. Hey, you can take the little bit of money. Keller's the real expensive one in this deal, but the Royals like that because it gives them some more budget. It gives them some breathing room for their budget. Well, it catches them back up. So we would take on Keller's arbitration amount for the season. Yeah. So let's let chat stew over that deal, and we'll see. Most of it's been positive, which I can definitely see where this is a pretty good deal for a lot of good reasons. But let's try out trade number 2.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And see if chat likes that one.
If we can get rid of guys that are 26 and 27 that aren't going to be making our team, that would be great.
Yes, that was the general idea. Was let's get rid of the people that are never going to have a chance, just because they're past the development stages, really shouldn't even be on our 40-man roster. And this clears up our 40-man roster, clears up some budget space, and it clears up the way for prospects to join AAA. So win-win.
All right, go update your Discord message to say plus 25 next to Fletcher.
Plus 25 for Fletcher?
Yeah.
Do you need it to go down to the bottom?
What? No, just update it so I know.
No?
When I come back here later,
I remember all right.
When we go and make this deal later, I'll remember it.
Chaining 25%.
I mean, if you want to put it on the bottom, that'll help too.
I could copy and paste it again for you.
Okay, then Detroit Tigres.
Yeah, let's do the one that I don't know about doing the most.
Which one's that one?
This is the one that I'm a little skeptical on. But
the Tigers?
We'll see what you see.
This is also the one that I am most skeptical on.
Yes. So this is the one we could make some changes with, and maybe even just flat out loud nix, because this is one where we're taking some really big chances.
How did I get Brian Garcia here already? I didn't even do anything.
Oh, he's been on a he's been someone I've been looking at for a couple of streams now, I believe. So if I sent you back files, I probably had him involved in some kind of a quick little shop or something.
Yeah.
So this trade is going to be about us looking for starting pitching prospects that teams have given up on, which in this regard is Alex Lange and Skubal.
Perfect game
for the Tigers.
No hitter, perfect game. No hitter.
Yeah, that was Turnbull, right? Turnbull had the
no hitter, right?
No hitter, not a perfect game. He had the perfect game going into the was it 9th? Oh, I'm gonna
something like that.
I thought it was like late in the game when he lost that, and it was really sad because I had just tuned in and I was like, I jinxed it.
Oh, speaking of just tuning in, I went to that it was a Syracuse Mets and a Trenton Thunder game on Saturday.
Oh,
and I was like, yo, this catcher is pretty legit. Hit a dinger in the first inning, hit a double, or he pulled a dinger in the first inning, hit a double to right in the off the wall in the third. I'm like, oh, this dude's pretty legit. And I'm like, looks like a pretty good catcher too. Today they called him up.
Hey,
I was like, oh, all right.
Who was it?
Riley Adams.
Riley Adams. Sounds familiar. That's not an Angels prospect, is it?
No, Blue Jays. Come on, my guy. You don't know
Blue Jay.
what country these people.
Wait, they're not going to go with Kirk?
I don't know. Maybe they called him up to back him up because I know Jansen is hurt.
Okay, I can see that.
I didn't actually check.
That would be why.
What's my guy's name? Pearson. No. So mad. Pearson pitched Friday night and I went Saturday. And Manoah's been called up.
Yeah, all the really flashy prospects you want to watch are all gone.
Anthony K was there. Let me tell you what's weird. I mean, you're in Arizona, so I assume you've seen some minor league baseball games.
Not really, but I've seen a few.
You're in Arizona, so I know you've seen some spring training stuff.
Yes.
So
I have seen the spring training.
So Anthony K struggled a little bit this year, and he's been sent down to AAA.
Yes.
So, like, this dude was like a pro pitcher in the MLB, and for 3 innings, he was the bat boy. I was like, this is such a wild, what a wild world we live in. I was like, is that Anthony K? I'm like, those are definitely Anthony K's glasses. And that's definitely what Anthony K looks like. And I definitely like Anthony K as a pitcher, so I was like, this is so weird.
So weird, but also so wrong.
Riley Adams. His strikeout rate is a red flag, but the 6'4" catcher has plus raw power and a plus arm. Dude can sling it from behind the plate.
Wow. We give him a 60 arm in our game.
Experience at AA in 2019 and time at the alternate training site in 2020. He could make his major league debut in 2021. Look at this. Baseball America. They freaking knew it. They knew it.
Yeah.
How did they know? He's
probably third or fourth on their depth chart for catchers. You know, if Jansen or Kirk get hurt, he's probably the next person to get called up. So I could definitely see that.
Yeah, they currently have him as the 5th prospect. They got Kirk, but I think the other 3 guys.
Prospect, really?
I think the other guys are very young, though.
Okay.
That's the thing. I think it's like, hold on, Marino.
We don't even have him on their list of like top prospects for this team. Well, I mean, he is, but he's not anywhere close to like
he's
top
31.
200.
He's 31 in this. Well, this other guy.
Okay.
Signed in 2016 at 16 years old. Yeah, so I think these other guys are just super young.
Yeah.
This guy's born in. I was gonna say this guy's born in 2019. No, born in 2003. This guy's born in 2000. Phil Clark. When are you born? 1998. Offensive-minded catcher from Vanderbilt. Interesting. We should look at him too.
Interesting.
Yeah, he played good. Also, what's this guy's name? Kevin Smith. Him and Adams went back to back in the first inning. I was like, these are some legit home runs that we're watching here, folks. Off of
big homers.
Off of this dude pitched for the Phillies. Jared Eichhoff. That's who it was.
Eichhoff. Oh.
I'm like, he's not bad.
Eichhoff was still back in the minors.
I'm like, he's not bad.
He's had flashes of good performances, but he's never been able to put it together over a long period of time. He's always stumbled a lot. So,
all right, who are we giving up in this deal here? It's alphabetically.
Yeah. So,
give him the read off of your Brian Garcia, Spencer Turnbull.
All right, so here's the spiel about this trade, guys. So we have relief pitchers in Carr and Garcia coming over from the Tigers. Both of them, I believe, are 3-star relief pitchers. So they aren't as good as Fletcher, but they are decent, and they have some at least major league experience, I believe, in regards to both of them pitching. Turnbull would be the veteran pitcher coming over at the age of 29, I believe. He'd be the person that we'd be relying on to be our number 5 starter. He'd be the person basically rounding out our rotation. And then Lange and Skubal would be either starting off in AAA or starting off as our number 6 starters in the majors, which would be our long relief options. And both of them would be given time to develop, similar to a Corbin Martin situation that we did in the last season. So that would be the reason why we would be going out and getting people like Lange or Skubal would basically be to give us more options for people like Corbin Martin, which would then allow Corbin Martin himself to actually be a starter this year. So we would be basically graduating people slowly over time. This would give us the options of either ditching certain starting pitchers, trading pitchers that are too old that we have in the rotation right now. I really don't see us doing that to people like Gallen. But, you know, if he asks for too much money and we just simply cannot actually go along with it, we do want to always have just that extra amount of starting pitching depth. That is always a luxury to have if you can manage to get it. That is always a good thing. Somebody said that we should definitely do the Otani extension. I actually totally agree.
Yeah.
Now, knowing what he's asking for, that needs to be done immediately. Brent says, hello. Hi, Brent. Welcome back to the stream. And then Caprine had asked if anyone has played OTP Go on a Chromebook. So, unfortunately, Chromebooks use Chromebook OS or Chrome OS to be able to do their operating system, and that natively does not actually support OpenGL and a couple of other things that the game needs. So unfortunately, you have to, you can try to download Steam. I know there's a Chrome OS Steam app or version that you can get, and then you can run an emulator okay. I've had like 5 users say they've got it to work. And then I've had about like 30 users who say they can't. So no.
On new Chromebooks or old Chromebooks?
Those were ranging from Samsung laptop Chromebooks to Google's own Chromebooks. So unfortunately, it's more so the OS that just can't handle it. Plus, technically, the hardware on most of those doesn't have the graphics card that's needed to support the game either. So unfortunately, we cannot say that it will work on a Chromebook because there is no way I can guarantee you that it will work. Some people have managed to make it work, and my hat's off to them. These are people who, are, going in and these are like the same people that are like editing Linux, and like updating Linux kernels and such. And it's like, oh, wow, you've got a hobby that I just I'm not going to go into.
Interesting. All right. Yeah,
how is we had someone rated as a prospect.
We had someone in the Discord asking about it too, and I thought later edition Chromebooks were supposed to have Android app support, but I don't know how deep.
It just depends on whether or not the Chrome OS is going to be able to support it properly at that point. There's just some hardware and then also OS restrictions that seem to be a bit of a problem for the Chromebooks. Again, I've seen some people who have been able to get it to work. And then some people who have not.
Interesting.
I don't know if OOTP Go will work on a Chromebook.
Oh, no, I was talking about OOTP Go. I wasn't talking about OOTP.
Oh, about Go.
Because they said Go. They just didn't capitalize the G or add the exclamation point.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read it wrong.
I think...
So disregard all of what I just said.
Yeah, I think it will run on a Chromebook that can run
if you can
Android
run
apps.
The Android apps on your Chromebook, I don't see why it wouldn't, but
I think it should, but I could be wrong.
I don't actually know if that's something we've even looked at testing.
We have not. And I will tell you right now, we will not support that option. So if it works, it works. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. is going to be where I'm going to stand.
I'd have to follow up with the dev team to see if that's something that we've looked into, because I'm assuming the answer is no, we haven't looked into that yet. Yeah, that's similar to like, does Go work on the new M1 Max? Which I actually know the answer is no. No, we're not expecting the Go app to work on the M1 Max. So that's not expected to work. So that's not a good sign, but if you've got a phone and you've got a Chromebook, let me know. There you go, Caprine. Yeah, let me know. Send me a message in Discord and let me know if that works, because I'd be interested.
Yeah, I know. Who was I talking to? I was talking to someone today in the Discord from the OOTP Go channel. But they also have a Chromebook they got from school. I think the support is supposed to be pretty good on Chromebooks for stuff that on the Chromebooks that say that they can run apps is supposed to be okay. But I've never touched a Chromebook. How about that? I almost bought the CR48 when it came out.
Yeah,
and if you even know what that means, you got bigger problems than me, because I'm sad that I actually remember that the first one was called the CR48.
The CR48. Oh man.
God.
When that was announced and everyone was hyping that up as like the new laptop killer.
Oh, yeah, that was 2011. Why do I still remember that was the number of it? Oh no, that was
we remember the weirdest things.
Oh no, the CR48 was December 7th, 2010, at a press briefing.
I actually don't know if MLB 9 innings works on one rhythm. I don't do support for MLB 9 innings, so I don't know what it supports and what it doesn't.
I would try it. I think Chromebooks with touchscreens are more. I feel like you don't really need a touchscreen for games.
Yeah, you don't really need a touchscreen. But you do need some kind of an input system. But
I'd rather have a mouse.
I'd rather have a mouse too. For all the data and information that you can do for OOTP, you kind of need a mouse.
That's why these people that are like,
a mouse.
Can we get OOTP on Xbox? I'm like, first off,
do you know how much keyboard and mouse inputting you do in this game?
I don't even want to think about that.
There's no way you're going to be using an the four button system on OTP. All right. So this is trade option number 2. This is the one that I am not as happy about, even though our assistant GM, is super happy about this. It is a decent upgrade. We get rid of some pieces we don't really need. I don't think Ellis is ever going to get a starting place at third base because we have Perdomo and we have Fletcher and we have Horner. So there's really no room for Ellis. So Ellis is definitely the one prospect that we can dangle out there and try to get some bites on. And this is what we got, or one of the options we got for Ellis. This does ditch, unfortunately, also Michael King, who I kind of want to see him pitch after we acquired him. But at the same time, if I had to give up King to be able to get people like Turnbull and Scubar and Alex Lange, I would actually be okay with taking that risk.
I don't know. I feel like we're just rearranging the deck chairs in the Titanic here.
It is somewhat of a rearranging, but we're getting rid of some positional players that we don't need, like Kierkudo, and Leba and Ellis. So, it's a mixture of prospects being dealt for prospects, a couple of older veterans thrown in there. It is definitely an even Steven deal. This is not an advantage us situation. Unless Turnbull or Skewball suddenly turns it on in our development system and finds some development they haven't had yet, which could be the case. I mean, that's always the goal. The goal is you want to put yourselves in position with prospects who could suddenly flash and, have a really good season.
I don't hate this deal.
It's not a deal I hate, but it's also a deal that I could walk away with and not feel bad about later down the road and be like, oh, I didn't make this deal. I should have made this deal. This is the one trade that
I'm actually most intrigued by Brian Garcia in this whole trade.
Yes. Garcia, even though he's a fly ball pitcher, really does have a lot of upswing for our bullpen. And I mean, I'm really interested in, I think it's Lange. Alex Lange interests me the most. So, although Turnbull's not too bad, he would actually make a decent number 5 pitcher for most squads. But Lange is my prospect that I think if we get him and develop him a little bit more, he could easily turn into a 3.5-star starting pitcher that, could easily be our number 3 pitcher at that point.
We can't take out 3 of these guys and keep King and.
I mean, we could. If I took out anybody, I hate saying it, but I would take out Skewball because he doesn't have the movement that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I feel like he's young Bumgarner, essentially.
Yeah, that's basically young Bumgarner, which means there's more chance for him getting better, but he's left-handed just like Bumgarner as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
OSA has his movement a little bit higher, up to 45 at the max.
But what's our head scout's rating at him for accuracy? High. So there's a chance that it could go up, a bump up, but yeah, that's the problem, Cardinals fan. Is that movement in Arizona with fly ball pitching tendency? That's a lot of fly balls. It's going to be a lot of fly balls. So not sure if that's going to be the best offer or not. And no, Niu, we are not in the winter meetings yet. So there is a potential that all of these trades could be held off until the winter meetings. And we would just do free agent stuff for now and then come back for these trades.
Yeah, let's hold off on this. I feel like
I would at least hold off on this trade.
If we could do this trade without... Oh, hold on. Let me take out the retaining.
Yeah, that's true, Cardinals fan. But he's also going to pitch in Petco and at... oh, gosh, what's AT&T called now again? What did they change that silly stadium name to?
It's not Pacific Bell, right? It was Pacific Bell before Petco?
The Giants one. Yeah, that was before. What are they calling it now, guys?
I miss
Oracle.
Oracle.
Park.
I miss Pac Bell Ballpark. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good name. But we do have the Padres home field and the Giants home field. So it counteracts. You have like the worst hitters ballpark in the league, which is Oracle, and then the best hitters ballpark, which is Coors Field.
Yeah,
so
let's not
they do balance each other out.
Let's come back and talk about this one in the...
Yeah, this one would be maybe the last second we make more deals. All right, so let's talk about the one that I'm actually most interested in. This is the fun one. This is the one where we either go all in or we're not doing this at all, and it's scary.
I don't know. I think two of these guys have thrown at Ronald Acuna Jr., so I'm going to say no. Are we getting JJ Bleday? Because if we're not getting JJ Bleday, what are we even doing?
We're not getting JJ Bleday. He has he's developed okay, but they rushed him. They have totally rushed him this year.
I mean, but I'll take 289, 289, 354, 508, 16 doubles, 11 homers, and 74 games. I'll take that whole day.
Yeah, but is he going to play right field for us?
I'll put him anywhere. I'll put him in center. I don't care.
Oh, he would never play center field. His range isn't good enough for that.
Watch me. All right, what are we doing here?
All right, so
Dalton
this trade is a little bit more win now oriented. So this trade is going to be us going a little bit aggressive for some pretty decent return package from the Marlins. Is Max Power available? I don't actually know. I probably is. Hold on. So we are giving up a little bit of our investments in this deal, which is going to revolve around Mercedes and Varsho.
I can't find half these people. All these times. I mean, I guess that means it's good because they're not on my prospects list. So.
Well, Ciccone should be.
Yes.
So he's going to be on your list. So we are unfortunately getting rid of our best pitching prospect by what OSA believes is our best pitching prospect. So we are getting rid of a decent amount of farm system for this.
I can't find these guys. Where's Beasley?
Beasley is in either AAA or AA.
Bryce Jarvis. Just found him. Beasley.
Oof, yeah, I forgot Jarvis is on this trade too. Okay. So, let's talk about who all is involved with this deal so we can see what chat thinks about this.
Like Pablo Lopez is definitely throwing it Ronald Acuna Jr. Sandy Alcantara, 1,000% chance he's throwing it Ronald Acuna Jr.
Well, we're not getting Ronald Acuna Jr., so I don't think we'll have clubhouse problems there. Yet, that's true. We're gonna get Albies and Acuna Jr. one day. One day, even if they're like 40, we will get them for 1 year at least.
Don't matter. We're gonna have them.
Retirement home for the Braves.
Sell tickets first half of the year. That's all that matters.
That's true. That's very true. Oakland A's style. So this is the deal that would be an extreme win now situation, guys. This would be us acquiring two, I'm not going to call them elite starting pitchers, but solid rotation pieces for us, which is Pablo Lopez and Sandy Alcantara from the Marlins for our two best pitching prospects, Dalton Varsho, Yerman Mercedes, and who was the last person? Beasley. One of our quad A starting pitchers that we have absolutely no need for. And this is where the trade is mostly for Lopez. That's really who the trade is mostly for. Alcantara is a very decent number 3, number 4 starter. He'd do just fine. I believe he's a ground ball pitcher too, which is just, a plus to us at that point. But this is an extreme win now trade. In terms of us acquiring a couple of, middle-aged starting pitching prospects, which is Lopez and Alcantara, of course, to basically, this would be us wanting to compete. So if you wanted 500, TJ, I can do you one better. This is the trade that gets us over 500. This gets us into, hey, we might be able to contend for the wild card type of rotation. And yes, Pablo is weird. OOTP really likes Pablo Lopez, which is so weird because he really doesn't have the flashy stuff that you would think of when you see 4.5 stars in OOTP. But and the weirdest part as well is Pablo Lopez's last season does not scream 4+ star, ability pitcher. It really doesn't. Of course, they don't like Blade on that deal, unfortunately. We
Worth
would
try?
probably. I mean, yeah, it's worth a try. It's worth trying to see what they would think about that deal. But Blade is pretty much theirs to hold on to at this point. So this is also a tough trade because I can see situations where this would be a very good deal for us to make. We don't need Varsho. We really don't need Mercedes. Both of them had subpar years of negative WAR. Sony could develop. He could also not develop. Same thing with Jarvis. So you're sending away basically 2 pitching prospects who both have, from what I remember, very low movement. So, you're taking a gamble that they don't develop, and then you're getting 2. If I remember correctly, at least Lopez has good movement, I believe, and Alcantara also has good movement, I think. Lopez could develop into having good movement. Yeah. Both of them could be 55, 60, I believe. And this could be the move that either sets up your franchise for a lot of success because Lopez and Alcantara, suddenly resurge and they could lead your entire rotation. And that gives Gallen, and if we acquire Keller from the Royals, suddenly you've got 4 main starting rotation pieces, and then Ohtani. You wouldn't even need Martin in the starting rotation, and you wouldn't even need who's the other person that we wouldn't even need?
Bumgarner.
We wouldn't need Bumgarner, and you wouldn't need Duplantier, so you can get rid of him. And that gives Packy Naughton time to develop in AAA. You don't even need to go out and get the Tigers players at that point. Those are just, icing on the cake at that point, if you wanted them. This is for, I believe, 2 years of Lopez. 2 years of arbitration, I believe, for Lopez. My apologies. 3 years of Lopez. Arbitration eligible through 2024. So yes, Jefferson, so 3 years. And then, yes, Saito. This is a high risk, high reward kind of move. This is the kind of deal that either makes you into a Theo Epstein or a John O'Dowd. Because if this falls apart and Lopez goes back to a 3-star potential pitcher, really falls apart, doesn't get the development, is barely able to keep the ball in the infield, Alcantara continues to get old. Maybe he gets injured once or twice. This is a disaster of a trade. Because if Jarvis and if Bryson Slade develop into 3-star pitchers, they have a chance to get better. It's just, I like this deal. And I'm okay with trading away Varsho and Mercedes. I agree, Roscoe. I think that's easy. That's the easy part is Varsho and Mercedes. I really don't care about either of them. They didn't perform well for us during the regular season. They're backups at this point. And The question is just how much in love are we with Lopez and Alcantara and what they could bring to the desert? Because that is going to be what defines this trade, is what we get out of it.
Let me tell you what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
I think we do it. Let's do it. I like it.
He likes it.
I'm good at moving on from Varsho.
Yeah.
I'm good at moving on from your main Mercedes. I think we have
Langoliers. He's ready for the major.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
He's the backup catcher at this point.
I mean, I would like to keep him in AAA where he's actually gonna play.
Yeah, I'd like to see us get another season, and that's where TJ, we could actually go to the free agency. There are a couple different people.
I mean, I'll take a trash catcher just to catch, unless gets hurt.
Oh, you want a trash catcher? Oh, I can give you a fan favorite trash catcher if you want that.
Jesus Dominguez.
Oh no, better.
We don't have free agents yet. Christian Vasquez.
Oh no, guys, we're getting Austin.
Austin Barnes is like on fire. We definitely can't afford him.
Oh no, not a Barnes, not Barnes.
There's no other catchers named Austin coming to free agency, so I don't know which one.
Well, that's the upcoming free agency. We need the free agents. Yes, OOTP meme lord knows who we're getting.
Oh, do I still have my random KBO filters on here?
Do you?
Yes. I got no free agents.
Yeah, meme lord knows who we're getting. There is a particularly good, well-known fan favorite catcher that everybody swears by. I think I'm allowed to say that word on stream.
I have no overalls. Do we not have overalls in this game anymore? We took them off?
No, we disabled overall abilities.
Right.
So this is a catcher that will cost us only about $1 million to acquire.
Paying $1 million for a backup catcher. Okay, continue.
Yep, about $1 million. His name is Austin, and his last name starts with an H. And I'm surprised TJ doesn't know about this person with all the hype he's been getting.
I'm just trying to think. Trying to think how far down this thing he's gonna have to be.
Oh man, he's not too far. He's on the first page-ish, if you want to call it the first page.
I mean, that's fine for a defensive catcher. Yeah, sure.
Yes. Yeah. For a defensive catcher, he'll do okay. He'll do okay at least. So that is option number 1 for backup catchers. Now,
I hate Jason Castro.
I mean, Jason Castro is also somebody that I would be interested in.
You would.
Depends on whether or not. I mean, Roberto Perez is also on the list, and he's also really good. So, I mean, if you want catching ability, this year's free agency is chock full of it. I mean, you can get either Perez or Hedges, and you really don't have a problem with that. I wish we could get Posey, but he wants like 20 mil, and he's a compensation player. No.
Let's do it.
No.
Florida State, we're going to put him back to shortstop, let him close games out like he did in college. It's going to be great.
We would lose our first round draft pick if we did that, and we get like pick number 10. We're not doing that. Oh, good. Otherwise, TJ, I totally would. I would love to get Posey. But it's just not feasible with where we're at right now.
We can get off the Hedges.
So Hedges is definitely
I'm down. Can we do this trade? What's up?
Us.
Let's do this trade.
All right. So if you're all down for this deal, I'm down for making an investment here.
Does anybody have a real big problem with the deal in the chat?
Yeah. Let's run a chat. Chat. Do you guys have any?
I feel like
any issues with this?
Even if these guys bust, I feel like the numbers are so low that it's like, okay.
So here's a better question.
So we're paying Pablo Lopez $1.3 million and he sucks. Okay, I'm more than willing to pay him $1.3 million to suck.
That's true. If he doesn't do well, arbitration just doesn't give him money. Yeah. So that's fine. So here's the really big question. If we could have a rotation, chat, of Pablo Lopez, Zach Gallen, Sandy Alcantara, Shohei Ohtani, and Brad Keller. Is it Brad Keller?
Keller or Corbin Martin, depending on if we want to do that. I like the
Corbin Martin. Yeah, you can
I feel like
interchange them.
I think Corbin Martin's winning a rotation job. I just want you to know that.
I think Corbin Martin definitely deserves a chance. And that's, and that's not even including Bumgarner at that point. You could have Bumgarner and Martin throwing out for spring training. You wouldn't even
and we
need
still got Michael King.
And we have Michael King. Yeah.
We might go 6-man.
And we're not getting rid of him in this trade either. So
we might go 6-man.
Now, you wouldn't even have to make the Kansas City Royals trade at that point.
Yeah. I don't think I like the bullpen
I would
arm.
love to, but that's just me.
I like the bullpen arm, and I like I like Garcia. I like Turnbull in that deal. I didn't really love the other guys. I like Fletcher from the Royals.
Yeah, I like Fletcher, and I like Keller.
I think we do this.
I really like Keller. I think he's good.
I think we do this. Where is it?
So I think we at least do the.
I think we do the Marlins trade.
The Marlins trade is a guarantee. I think that's pretty much, yes, we have to make this deal. They're giving us way too much potentially, and that sets us up for so much success.
Am I hitting this button?
Let's hit the button. Let's do it.
Okay, that's good.
We'll make that first trade. So do we want to really go all in, though, TJ? That's the real question now. Do we go get Keller, the extreme ground ball movement starting pitcher, to be our number 5 pitcher? Put Martin into a relief position where he might actually be even better at. That's what we did all of last season, was we put him at the setup position, and he did really well for us there. That makes Bumgarner our number 6 starter, which I'm perfectly fine with in case of injury. And
some of these guys are locked, right? Okay. I was wondering why.
Going all in means Posey. I wish we could get Posey, guys, but going all in doesn't mean selling out your first round draft pick. I'd rather get more than Posey for a first round draft pick. Okay, no. If we went all in, guys, we're getting Bauer.
We can't afford it.
We'd get Bauer for $28 million. We'd give up our first round draft pick to the Dodgers, and we'd go all in with a rotation that would make the Padres and the Dodgers squeamish. That's what we would do.
And we still have Cody Hoyer?
We still have Hoyer. Yeah. This gives us such a good... this is like a this is before Fletcher. This is still a good trade. And I'd say no, Blame. I think Blame Lag is correct. I don't think the Tigers trade is necessary at all now. I think we're done with that trade.
Yeah. I like Brian Garcia. If we can get Brian Garcia somehow.
If we can get Brian Garcia, that'd be nice.
But I feel like now we can move a King, we can move a Hoyer, we can move
well, not Hoyer. We can definitely move Green, Duplantier, and King.
Oh, now you love Hoyer, huh?
Oh, no, I've always liked Cody.
No,
Cody's great.
These are just straight lies.
Do
you hear these lies he's telling? There are 10 episodes, 10 and a half episodes of this stream. We know how you feel about him. You hate him.
He's plus all the White Sox streams. Closer.
That's all our White Sox streams. You're out here just spitting lies to the people.
You do realize his ratings in OOTP 21 are nowhere close to what he got in 22.
I know.
His ratings in 22 are very closely resembling what he is in real life, finally.
Yeah. I've always believed in him.
You come out and have 23 innings of 1.52 ERA baseball in a shortened 60-game season, you're going to get 4-star potential.
I know, no
lefties. Yeah.
I know, Eleanor, no lefties in the bullpen. We need it. That's why I like the Fletcher. If we can get Fletcher and Brian Garcia in here, giving up maybe one of these guys.
Yep, I'd like both of those.
We're keeping West
would you still like to get Keller? I still want to get Keller personally.
Yeah, I would still do the Royals deal.
Yeah, because it not only gets rid of Duplantier, Fairchild, and Rojas, but it also allows us to get some return on Beer.
We need just a little. I'll eat 70%.
Okay, hold on. I have looked at doing some trades with Bumgarner. There are a few options for us with Bumgarner.
Your time's running short. What are your options?
Well, I don't have them on screen right now. I wasn't going to move Bumgarner until a little bit later. Maybe probably the GM meetings. Probably when we're going to try to move Bumgarner if we can. But we're still going to have to eat a lot of his contract, and it's still not going to be a pretty trade. So we'll see. we'll see about that.
Okay. I'm gonna go offer Austin Hedges contract. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, let's give Austin Hedges
1.3
the contract offer.
Oh, sweet. He wants a minor league deal with a major league option?
Yep. So we don't even have to put him into the majors yet. If he makes it past spring training, then we will.
I'm gonna submit that. Not even a question.
So he'll start the season off in AAA, technically.
All right, I think that's a good spot to leave us here. Then I can give you the files, and you can try to.
Are we gonna? Did you already do the Keller deal as well?
No, are we doing the Keller deal right now, or do you want to play with that a little?
I mean, I'm all into the Keller deal. I think that's fine by itself. Beer, Bain, Rojas, Fairchild, Duplantier for Fletcher and Keller. Good bullpen option for us, and another starting pitcher that we have years of control on, or at least a couple years, I believe.
Chat thoughts on the trade that I've forgotten already. Royals gets Sliffy
Royals deal.
Kansas City.
This would be a shorter deal for Keller. He would only have another year of control before he would hit free agency.
Also, it's kind of expensive.
He is a little expensive, but we do have the money for that right now. Yeah. And the Royals will give him up for cheap because he's expensive. And he's also extreme ground ball, which we really badly need. Yeah. And the high movement is really nice. He might actually perform better than Alcantara does, depending upon how well he keeps the ball down.
Royals deal plus San Antonio. Okay.
I like both of those ideas. I would grab this deal. We don't give up too much. I mean, Beer's the biggest person you're giving up.
Yeah, and it's deal. But we can't use him anywhere. That's the problem.
Yeah, and the Royals can use him. They can totally have him go play DH, and he will play DH for them.
You know who I forgot about? Corbin Klaus. Let's go.
That's right. We have Klaus in AAA, and we also have Bakauskas in AAA. Both of them are being converted to full-term bullpen people.
All right, I'm doing this Royals trade.
Yeah, let's do this Royals trade as well.
Bang.
I think this is great.
Trade for an all-star. Achievement unlocked.
Yep. Keller was an all-star. So we'll take that deal. I know people aren't going to like losing Duplantier. I don't know why.
But we get it back with the Brad Keller.
But we get it back with the Brad Keller deal. Okay, and then do you want to do
right now? Dalton Varsho looks good in the Marlins hat.
He actually kind of does. That's true. He does look kind of cool. It actually would be even cooler if it was like the light blue jersey instead of just the white. I think he'd look even better at that point.
Okay.
And then do you want to do the extension?
So what are we doing with Bumgarner?
So Bumgarner right now is on the outside looking in. We have options.
No, because of his contract, they want him on the inside looking out.
Oh, all right. Fine.
So I go 6-man. We do contract. We've got 15 pitchers.
Yeah, let's just do 6-man for right now. So we'll see what we're looking at this point.
A couple of these guys are going to have to go. Josh Green, you're going to be going back down.
Oh, yeah. Green's going to go. I mean, these might be people that actually go to AAA if they still have options left. So that might be our better choice is to do that.
Now we trade back for Beer and see what we can get for him.
We trade back for Beer. I mean, I would love to do that, TJ, but we'd almost have to like have Ohtani traded away for something really big, so we open up the DH spot. Like that's really the answer is. And I just don't think that chat wants to do that, and I really don't want to do that because I think Ohtani still has potential.
I'm try to shortchange him a little bit. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we can definitely try to shortchange him a little bit because I don't know if he's. Yeah, that's fine.
He didn't like my idea. He wants to go 3 years, 9.6 a pop.
Okay, so he wants to go over arbitration estimates now, but he'll do it for 3 years. We should have just given him. Wait, what?
I offered him 10 years. It was 7.2 and then 10, 11, 11. Or he wanted 7.2, 11, 11, 11, 11. But I said,
he wanted 11 a year.
I mean, we're in no rush. We can always come back later.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't offer him 3 years at 9.6. That gets him out of his contract too early and at a higher rate that I'd like to see him at this point. I mean, you don't want to wait too long because then he asked for $15 million, after this next year if he has a really good season. But let's talk about this back at the let's wait till the GM
meetings.
Yeah. Let's go to GM meetings first, and then we'll bring it back up and be like, yeah. What did you want again? You wanted the 5-year deal, right?
Or we just trade him.
Or we dangle him out and see what people would give us for him. Maybe that allows us to reacquire Beer, and it gives us, we have the starting rotation depth now with what we've got.
We didn't even look at a whole bunch of stuff. We didn't even look at free agents.
There are some relief pitchers in free agency that we may actually look at acquiring as well.
That's a thing for next week.
That is a thing for next week.
All right. I think we got a lot accomplished tonight. Fixed the rotation, fixed the bullpen a little bit. I'm pretty pumped. Matt Foster.
I'm very happy with what we've got done.
We just got to not screw up this Ohtani thing. I think that's our thing right now. Is not screw that Ohtani thing up.
Yeah, that could burn us real bad if that falls apart.
Yeah, I'm excited about this rotation. Minus Bumgarner.
I'm extremely excited about this rotation. That was definitely one of our weak points because of injury over the course of the first season we did, and now it is stock full of really good arms, and it would complement our upcoming hitting prospects very, very well for the next 5 years.
Can we get a storyline where Bumgarner retires to join the PBA, and we don't have to pay his money?
Oh man! Unfortunately, he's actually one of the youngest aces in baseball still pitching. So
yeah, but that movement
I
ain't helping.
I don't think he's gonna retire anytime soon. Unfortunately.
At least it goes down by $9 million in 2014.
Yeah, at least we drop it down a little bit, and we can stomach it for another year or two. That's really the answer. Is it's not a Miguel Cabrera contract.
And if he's going to pitch 200 innings, I'm happy with that. If he can eat 2 innings, we're good.
I mean, he had a 2.2 WAR season. It's not worth 20, but it's worth 10.
It's no Zach Gallen
No,
a third of the time, 2/3 of the time.
But it's okay. It's manageable at the least.
Shohei Ohtani.
So, yeah.
That's a half an Ohtani.
It's half of an Ohtani, and Ohtani was only what 5 mil this year. So yeah, there's some stuff to live up to, but maybe we get a really nice storyline where he goes and rediscovers some clicks or something that he was remembering that he forgot about, and suddenly that movement goes up a little more, or maybe the speed goes up and we get a rejuvenated.
I think you're
rejuvenated Bumgarner.
Just making up stuff left and right.
I'm just making it up now. Oh dear, there's no way that's happening. He's just gonna keep falling.
All right, guys. We had a new update about OOTP. We had a new update to the game is out. So if you haven't downloaded that already, go get that. Also, Marcus posted a new update about OOTP Go over on the forum, so make sure you go check that out. I don't want to say anything about when we're going to get OOTP Go here in the States, but hopefully soon. So I'll say hopefully soon. Patch 56, big patch, highly recommend it. Go update your KBO players' faces. Very important.
Yes.
All right. I think we're good. Alex, anything else?
Nope. That's good for now.
Do you have any support ticket grievances you would like to air on stream?
Oh, I would never do that on stream because everybody who does support tickets is an angel.
There's a PG stream. The words you would use are not PG.
No. Tickets are actually pretty good. They're pretty good.
True company man right there.
Yes.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. Alex, thank you for joining me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for making some good trades. I'm very excited with the prospects for this team. Prospect-wise, and as in their prospects of how they will do this season. Very excited.
Yes.
And everybody have a great night. And we'll be back again next Tuesday. I'll be back next Monday. And, we got streams every day. So, take it easy, folks.